So, CM Punk recently had an interview with ESPN, and when asked about his WWE career, CM Punk said his time was sorta wasted. So that's what CM Punk's got to say about it. What I've got to say about it is fuck CM Punk. I am sick of this moany, complaining bastard bashing the WWE 24/7. CM Punk seems to be big on abortions. Well, it's a fucking shame his mother never aborted him, because then we wouldn't have to listen to his whiny, complaining, pathetic ass every single day bashing the WWE. For CM Punk to come out and say that his time was wasted in WWE, what an absolute joke. I mean, did we forget this guy had the mega 434-day title run that was one of the longest title runs in WWE history? An amazing feud, and he almost beat The Undertaker at WrestleMania. A match against Undertaker when the streak was on the line was a main event match, but he complains because he never got an actual main event match. Well, come on, I mean, a match against Taker's just as fucking good as that. Countless pay-per-view main events. He was a top merchandise seller in the company. Became a millionaire, which obviously speaks for itself. He wouldn't have done that in Ring of Honor. He claims Ring of Honor's real wrestling. Well, I would like to see how real CM Punk's bank account was when he was in Ring of Honor, because it wouldn't have matched his WWE bank account, that is for sure. He met his wife in WWE, for fuck's sake. He wouldn't be married right now to AJ Lee if it wasn't for his time in WWE. Plus, he became a mainstream star in WWE, which led to his opportunities in pathetic movies that sucked, and a failed UFC career where he got his ass kicked. So without WWE, CM Punk wouldn't have had all these things. So for CM Punk to come out and say his time in WWE was wasted, when in reality, if you look at the past 2 decades, how many people have had a better run in WWE than CM Punk? Arguably, John Cena maybe, and that's it. Yeah, you've got the likes of Orton and Batista, but Batista probably was like number 2 to Cena, but I would argue that CM Punk probably had the third bit. I mean, yeah, Batista was pushed as like the top guy on SmackDown after he got moved and all that stuff. Yeah. I would say CM Punk's had a bigger career than the likes of Randy Orton. At least he was, at one stage, CM Punk was pushed as a bigger star than Randy Orton. He was pushed as a bigger star than Daniel Bryan. The WWE can put all the belts on the bloodline, but when CM Punk was there, the WWE was better, and he felt more important than Roman Reigns. I mean, CM Punk was like the only guy that got close, really, to rivaling Cena when Cena, was at his peak, when Cena was actually the main guy in the company. CM Punk's the only guy that you ever felt came close to, taking that spot away from Cena. They based the whole WWE video game on the guy, WWE 13. They did the whole sit-down thing with Austin. They teased a match with Austin. The whole game was pretty much built up with the fact that, you've got Attitude Era guys, and we can have the dream match, Austin versus Punk. And for Punk to come out and say that wasted time, yeah, he might not have liked how things ended. He might not have liked some of the decisions. He might not have liked not getting a WrestleMania main event. But, I mean, for him to come out and say his time was wasted, I mean, what else would he have done? Fucking sold out bingo halls. 22 people coming to watch him and fucking Fat Samoa Joe, have 60-minute matches that nobody cares about. Is that what would have been better off with his time? What an absolute joke. CM Punk said, and I quote, "I feel like it was kind of wasted. It could have been so much more. It should have been so much more. And now, this is everything I dreamed pro wrestling could and should be. And I'm here, and I'm in the fucking moment. I'm not thinking about tomorrow. I'm not worried about shit that happened yesterday. I'm living in the moment, and I'm 100% in my fucking prime. Best I've ever been. I don't run things. I don't call the shots. I don't book shit. I just make towns. I have a wealth of experience I can draw from. I have a wealth of positive and negative experiences I can draw from. I'm not sitting back trying to hold people back, political or anything. I'm just literally trying to make this place better," unquote. What a load of shit. First of all, CM Punk's AEW career has been absolutely shocking, and he's trying to make out as if he's having the best run of his career and it's better than anything he's done in WWE. Pure lies. He says that he's not worried about shit that happened yesterday and he's living in the moment. So why the fuck's he always bashing the WWE? Why is he always bringing up, things that he didn't like in the WWE? If he's living in the moment and he's not worried about what happened yesterday. I mean, pure fucking nonsense, man. This guy's an absolute... I cannot stand CM Punk. And to think there was a time Back in, like, I'm not gonna lie, back in like 2009, with the whole straight edge society thing, and then he had an off year or whatever, kind of didn't do much, and then like from 2011 on to like 2014, CM Punk was my favorite wrestler. He was. I mean, I thought the guy was killing it. I thought, this guy is a legit main eventer. He did feel like close to Cena. He did legit feel that way, and I thought, oh, this guy's great. And then obviously he left, and it was sucked, and gone for 7 years. And when I first heard CM Punk was interested in coming back, I actually got excited because I legit felt like CM Punk was the last legit star that wrestling had that could come back and actually, go in the ring, that could actually come back and have a full-time run. Because, I mean, all the guys from the past, your Austins and that, yeah, he had a comeback match there at Mania, but Austin was never coming back for another run. I felt like CM Punk was like the last guy that actually could come back properly and have another run. He came back. I would have preferred him in WWE. But honestly, the fact that he was going to AEW, it didn't bother me that much. I thought, alright, it'd be cool to see what CM Punk does there. But his entire AEW run has been fucking terrible. Now, he can lie, he can say it's been great or whatever, but it hasn't been, right? It's been shit. And I've noticed all the WWE guys, apart from Christian, and maybe not Matt Hardy. Christian and Matt Hardy, I don't think so, but all the other former WWE guys that have went to AEW, all they do is lie. They straight up lick AEW's ass. They fucking kiss the hole of Tony Khan, and they bash WWE constantly. Like Big Show as well is making it like AEW is great and that it's better than WWE and that he loves his time in AEW. He didn't enjoy his time in nonsense. Big WWE made Big Show, right? Yeah, he was world champion in WCW, but the Giant, where was that going? Right? I mean, yeah, it was just a big guy in WCW. I mean, WWE made the Big Show a household name. I mean, WWE fucking had the guy, they made the guy's career, and for him to come out and say it's all nonsense. I don't get it. I don't know why everyone's so keen to bash the WWE, why everyone's so keen to bash Vince McMahon, but it is actually pathetic. Especially when, I mean, it'd be one thing if they were actually doing well in AEW, if they were putting on good TV in AEW, but they're not. I mean, you look at Ruby Soho, people are marking out that Ruby Soho's went to AEW. She was held back in WWE, she's in AEW now, a place that values Ruby Soho. And what's Ruby Soho done in AEW? Absolutely the square root of fucking hee-haw. Absolutely nothing. It's all garbage. Fuck Ruby Soho, fuck the Big Show, and fuck CM Punk. Big Show says, what, no more BS? Well, why is he constantly coming out with BS just like CM Punk, bashing the WWE, pretending AEW is great when AEW is the worst fucking show on TV? Unreal. That's it. CM Punk. I've already did 10 reasons why he sucks. I might have to make another video. 50, 100, 250, 1,000 reasons. I mean, there's probably that many at the moment, honestly. Could do it. 1,000 reasons why CM Punk sucks. Maybe that video will come in the future. But until then, guys, been Fog Wrestling. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace.